Good morning, good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, some of the Velo data along with liquidity, and Bitcoin with the Sigma coin. All right, so checking in today, we've got ourselves some massive craziness. So we've been having a continuation of our trend where we had 5 waves off the low, ABC correction. We got up to the expected measured move of 271.22. And we did this impulsively. And then from there, we've actually been doing a large corrective structure back down again. And this structure has actually made it now all the way back down to the fair market value backtest of our breakdown from where we were back here on the capitulation event that occurred with the liquidation that was out there. So from there, we have the expectation that I have at this point in time is that we will hold this level and continue higher. So we've been following a fractal here, and this fractal has an interesting confluence. So now it's starting to become less valid with how long this is taking for this this particular wave 1, wave 2 to play out here. So we'll be monitoring this as certain levels play out on XRP. But at this point, if we zoom in on this view here, and if we assume that we're in that yellow circle box or yellow circle that we've played out here, we actually would get all the way up on this measured move, just shy of the 1, which is what we did here on XRP, where we just got up just shy of the 1. And then we come back and we do a violent back test on the entire move, and we do a violent back test. And this took us down to, within this little regular fib, this took us down to the 0.5 level with this white line identified here. So now we have exceeded that with our current price action. So the 0.5 for this local move puts us right here at 250. And we came down and we actually hit the 618 at 254, which is shown right here at this current level, which happens to coincide with the fair market value level as well. So we would really want to see this area hold from this going forward. If we start to lose these levels here, I'm going to say that we've deviated far enough away from what we were looking at, because we've already gotten down to the equivalent of this level. And so what we want to see is a violent V bottom reaction. But I don't think that we're going to be breaking down, and here's why. We're going to jump into the Velo data next. So this is kind of our setup. This is a wave. The anticipation is this is wave 1, wave 2. This is wave 1, wave 2. And then now we're doing, within this 3 waves, we do wave 1, wave 2, just like we show here. So we're now basically the equivalent of right here is the expectation. And we should now do a 3-wave impulse off the lows, pushing us all the way back up to the top of the range, getting us to the 1618, which for XRP's current price action would take us up to 298. Then from there, we would backtest and go into one more high as we finish out this 5-wave move to the upside. So ultimately, the anticipation is that if we hold these levels, the reversal should be aggressive and strong out of here. Now, what do we see on the Velo data that's supporting this? So price action go down, open interest go up, and open interest up until just a little bit ago was actually longs. But now they're loading all the shorts up, and the shorts are piling in again after they did so. But we had 3 short closings that occurred here, boom, 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 down each of these price action views. So every time it hit these lows, the shorts closed, and then hit it again, the shorts closed, and hit it again, the shorts closed. Now we've rolled over and we kind of gotten to this next level, and there's a massive open interest starting, which initially was longs, which I think is the whales setting their bets. But now they're getting more people concerned, and they're getting more shorts loading back into price, expecting more downside. Liquidity-wise, this is our 2-day. You can see that just literally from 2 days ago, we were back up here in the 60 range, right? And then before that Fed meeting, we were actually up at the 267. We've swept all of this liquidity to the downside. There is new longs being formed here, so we still might go and roll over a little bit more to 245. But now the majority of all the leverage is to the upside yet again, as we're seeing per the Velo data that it's now skewing more down bets. And so, and the fact that open interest is increasing and was originally long after the shorts closed, makes me think that the large institutions and whales have been flipping long, because they got it completely down. They did some selling, freak everybody out, get everybody late for the shorts, and then swing it back the other direction. So, and the liquidity would be the sweep and the revision to the upside, and the fractal would be an immediate take back of the range that we had lost, and then a grind out as we continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our wave 3 move. So I'm still looking at this as a corrective wave 2, and the anticipation from here again would be just a grind out as we would continue higher for our wave 3 move that would take us up above this 298 region. So obviously we'll continue to monitor that as time happens, but here's the market cap price, and you can see that the market cap price came back down into this area of supply, which again, back to our fractal, would take us right back down into this area of supply right here. And in addition to the market cap, we also have our pullback for the fib, and we can see that on this larger fib that's not trend based, we have a pullback to the 618. So we're still holding the 618 area. It was extremely violent and aggressive. We have an A, B, C down, A, B, C up, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roll up 4, and one more low for 5, giving us the completion of our flat structure that we've been looking for. So, and then finally Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin has been hovering right around with a wave 1, wave 2, and then this larger macro degree, we so far have a valid flat. So we have an ABC down, ABC up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Bitcoin, holding the higher low. Now we're getting a little close to the edge here, a little more than I would like to see with this 886 level here. So if we're going to get a reversal, we should be hopefully seeing it pretty soon, is what we're anticipating and expecting. Tonight we have Coinbase earnings, so this will be probably a kind of bleed out for today, and then tomorrow Coinbase will step in and give us those earnings. And with it, Sigma has now made it back into the demand box. So we had our gap off the lows, so we got 1, 2, 3, and this would be, in my view, a completion of a wave 4, where we actually have wave 1 being right here at this level, and we have the price action so far closing above it. So as long as we can maintain this level of 1.05 million, the expectation is that this ABC could be wrapping up, and we can be able to move out of here for our next leg higher for the Sigma coin, having closed a portion of the gap, which is healthy. That's what we want to see. We want to see these gap closes get filled, so there's no need to come back and test supply here at the future. So but yeah, it finally happened. They managed to have a gap close. It took a while, so we were able to hold up here for the 20th, so a good 10 days before they finally pulled back enough of the XRP price action to give us into that gap. So but yeah, so that's basically how I'm looking at it. So Sigma's given us our gap close, the RSI on the 1 hour's reset. I believe the 3-day is still positive, moving to the upside. Yep, it's starting to cross, so we'll see how this next day or so works here, because this 3-day candle closes on Friday, so we have today and tomorrow. And then you've got Bitcoin holding its levels as of right now, so we want to make sure and maintain that we hold this move here and don't go much lower. So we'd like to see a reversal play out here. XRP is holding the 618 on the overall market here, and then you can see that from our trend-based fib, we have the holding of this area right here, which matches our fractal for a back test right into here for the market cap. And then finally, the liquidity is almost gone to the downside. Maybe one more sweep to 245er just to get everybody like really on offsides, and then massive liquidity upside on the 48-hour and even the 12-hour. If we zoom into the super close region, you have new longs being set here, but then there's all this liquidity, and it shows on the Velo data that liquidity is turning bearish. So definitely intriguing area here while we hold the fair market value backtest of the overall range with a wave 1, wave 2, and then wave 1, wave 2 of this next leg. So we may actually continue to see a large push to the upside as we just V bottom out of here and explode upwards. So that's kind of how I'm playing the market at this point in time. If we start closing too much further down, where we start losing 243 or something like that on the 702, then I can expect that this will continue to the downside. But as of right now, this is a beautiful area where we could flip long with massive open interest, initially bullish, now bearish as they're long, getting more shorts to pile in, and all the shorts closed. So all right, that's how I'm looking at the market, and we will check in tomorrow to see how it plays. Thanks for watching.